Hello and welcome to this week's presentation about the first two chapters of the book, Make Your Job a Calling. This is Jason Laughlin. First, a descriptive of the reading. The first chapter gives descriptions of what a calling is, on the history of callings, data on research of what people's idea of a calling is, and how research on callings have become the author's callings. It ends with a brief description of what will be covered in the book. Second chapter begins by describing three people all doing the same job who have completely different outlooks on it. Which one is a calling? It's the one who connects with her work with a greater good, helping people. The chapter speaks of work and how it has always been viewed as a necessary evil. Here I got a picture, what is God calling me to do? Got kind of cut off there. And then another little thing saying, I like this job only marginally more than I like being homeless. It goes with the necessary evil part of the chapter. Reflection on my reaction and feelings towards the reading. Of course, it spends more time talking about our relationship with God and how it relates to our work life. Chapter sees work as either low, divine, or as a calling. As a side note, I would say I know we were warned about the religion in this book, but I still seem to kind of lose interest in chapter 2 and start skimming. Try not to do that, but touchy subject with me. So I would say that my calling definitely lies in the modern secular view. Kind of ticks me off that people seem to think that someone doing good is related to God somehow. I feel that people can do good on their own without help from a supreme being, as well as finding their calling. To continue, I also realize, watching all this stuff and reading it, that I had a calling as a nurse, but I've had some life experiences that don't allow me to do that anymore. So I actually see photography and videography, though, in a way that I could identify it as a calling. It's basically what I realized is that I found another calling because of some of the classes that I've taken. It's a picture of me there doing a production assistant job for my internship. But there are certain classes that have really excited me, where I put a lot of focus into learning everything I could, versus other classes where I've just completed the work. And most of those classes have been around video editing, video production, photography, storytelling, things like that. A decision on what I'll do next or do differently as a result of reading this analysis. I'll attempt to look at my future photography, videography work as more of a calling. Like I said, instead of simply something I can do to earn a little money, which is kind of how I've been looking at it. When I'm shooting weddings or events, I'll put a little bit more thought into the fact that this is a very important day for them. As a photographer, I got to get all the important shots and stuff, but I got to realize that it's their day and not mine. They don't need to be following me around. I need to go to where they are and make sure they're comfortable and they're having a great day and they don't have to worry about me. It's really something I'll do differently after reading this. And the end. That's all for this presentation. Thank you for listening and have a great day.